Okay, you've seen the dartboard, the bullseye, the players throwing like machines. But did you know this sport has rules that will blow your mind? We're talking no jeans allowed on stage, the throw line called the oche, and no one's quite sure where that word even came from. Oh, and yes, there's a massive rulebook behind every match, packed with details most fans have never heard. Stick till the end because we will reveal the rule that made darts more professional. Let's go. Number 10. Jeans are forbidden. Most people think of darts as a chill pub game. You show up, sip a pint, throw a few darts, right? But once you enter the professional scene, the rules flip everything you thought you knew. First shocker, jeans are forbidden. That's right. No matter how expensive or stylish, denim is banned from official matches. Players are required to wear collared shirts, tailored trousers, and polished black shoes. Why? Because the sport holds tight to tradition and formality. Show up in shorts or sneakers and you risk getting disqualified before you even take aim. Imagine training for months, flying across the world, and being benched because you wore the wrong pants. That's how seriously darts takes its professional image. But the surprises don't stop at clothing. Even the language of darts has a strange, mysterious edge. Number 9. The mystery of oche. Let's talk about the oche, the official throw line, marked exactly 7 feet 9.25 inches from the board. Every pro knows they can't step over it. But here's where it gets weird. No one fully agrees on where the word oche came from. Some believe it started in old British pubs, where crates of beer marked the line for fun games. Others think it's connected to the word hockey, once used for floor markings in old darts competitions. There's even a theory that oche comes from an ancient word meaning a notch or groove. Despite the mystery, crossing the oche early can cost you points or worse, the match itself. So next time you hear commentators toss around this funny little word, know it carries decades of hidden history and strict rule enforcement. And speaking of strict, wait until you hear about the people throwing those darts. They're not any casual players. Number 8. Pro athletes turned dart stars. Here's something that'll blow your mind. Some of the biggest names in darts used to be professional athletes in completely different sports. Take Gerwyn Price. Before dominating the darts scene, he was a professional rugby player, bashing into opponents on the field. Then there's Florian Hempel, was a handball goalie, Leonard Gates came from baseball, and Nathan Aspinall, Danny Jansen, and Haupai Puha all had competitive sports backgrounds. Shifting from physical or high-pressure sports to the precision world of darts takes serious mental toughness. These players were fierce competitors long before they ever picked up a dart. So the next time you see a darts pro calmly drilling bullseyes under pressure, remember, many of them were born competitors long before they ever picked up a dart. Number 7. A fully documented rulebook. Moving on, people often assume darts runs on loose, made-up house rules. But at the professional level, everything is locked down. Completely different world. Yes, there's a full multi-page rulebook that governs the sport, covering everything from the weight and material of the darts to the precise measurements of the board, lighting, and even the stage layout. This thing's no joke. It goes into tiny details like how players announce scores, where they stand between turns, and how referees should handle disputes. Think it's overkill? Not at all. This formal structure is what transforms darts into a globally respected sport, complete with rankings, televised tournaments, and massive prize pools. And speaking of formal, the behavior rules are just as strict. Number 6. No talking during throws. Consider yourself standing under bright stage lights, a crowd buzzing, cameras rolling, and you need to hit a tiny target with perfect precision. That's why silence is a golden rule in professional darts. While your opponent is throwing, you're required to stand still and remain completely silent. No side comments, no sighing, no shifting your weight dramatically. Even a slight movement can break someone's concentration and be considered unsportsmanlike. Referees are sharp-eyed for this. If you so much as mutter under your breath or even signal something in a way that distracts the thrower, you can face penalties. Might sound overly sensitive, but actually, it's about creating an environment where performance decides the match, not psychological games. And when the round ends, even leaving the stage follows precise choreography. Number 5, exit to the right, always. Here's a detail few fans even notice. Once a leg is finished, the player must exit the exclusion zone by turning to the right. Not left, not back, always right. Why? It's all about keeping the stage movement smooth, avoiding awkward player collisions, and maintaining a clear professional flow for both competitors and camera crews. And this right side exit isn't for looks. It's a small but important part of the sport's carefully designed structure. On a stage where precision matters at every level, from the board setup to the players' movements, even the exit rules help keep the event running like a well-oiled machine. And get this, breaking that simple directional rule can actually lead to formal warnings. That's how seriously darts treats its professionalism. Every detail, down to which side you step off, is meant to uphold the sport's image and fairness. Number 4. Specific lighting rules. You probably never think about the lights, but on a pro darts stage, they're as regulated as the game itself. Organizers use precisely calibrated 11 to 13 watt LED bulbs to keep the board perfectly lit. Too dim? The numbers fade into shadow? Too bright? Players get glare that can wreck their focus. It's not throw and hope. The lighting has to meet strict requirements on brightness, angle, and even color warmth, ensuring every player sees the board under the exact same conditions. Light meters are used to check everything before the match starts. One misplaced shadow or uneven glow, officials fix it before a single dart is thrown. And behind that polished stage presentation is a brutal time system that players absolutely can't mess with. Number 3. Miss your slot. Disqualified. Here's where things get cutthroat. Miss your check-in window and you're instantly disqualified. No excuses. Traffic, flight delays, oversleeping, none of it matters. If you're late, you're out. Even if you're the top-ranked player in the world. Why so harsh? Because tournaments run on an insanely tight schedule, especially when they're broadcast live. One player's delay can throw the whole day off balance, affecting sponsors, broadcasters, and other players. That's why check-ins happen well in advance, and players build their entire travel routine around hitting that slot. It's not uncommon for players to book extra travel days, set multiple alarms, and even rehearse their check-in steps just to avoid the risk. Because once you're off schedule, you're not getting back in. And if you do make it to the stage, the rule pressure doesn't ease up, it only escalates. Number 2, win the trophy. Still get fined. This sport is packed with high stakes, and the fines prove it. Gerwyn Price won the 2018 Grand Slam of Darts, but the real drama hit after the match. His intense celebrations and in-your-face behavior sparked controversy, especially after a heated final against Gary Anderson. The Darts Regulation Authority, DRA, didn't look the other way. They slapped Price with a massive £21,500 fine for gamesmanship and bringing the sport into disrepute. And they didn't stop there. He got a suspended 3-month ban hanging over his head. Even after an appeal, the fine was only cut down to £11,500. So, here's the kicker. You can lift the trophy, cash the winner's check, and still end up paying thousands if you break the conduct rules. So while darts might look like pure skill on the surface, beneath it all is a finely tuned, intensely disciplined ecosystem. Step out of line and the DRA makes sure even champions feel the consequences. Number 1. No drinks or smokes on stage. Let's finish with one that might not surprise old school fans. Believe it or not, darts players used to light up cigarettes and sip on beers right there on stage during matches. In the 1980s, this image became so tied to darts that even comedy shows mocked players for it. Fans saw players tossing darts with one hand, pint in the other, and the sport's reputation took a hit. By the late 80s, things got so bad that big broadcasters like the BBC and ITV started cutting darts coverage altogether. Sponsors were pulling back. The sport had to clean up fast. That's when the British Darts Organisation stepped in. In 1988, they banned smoking on stage, and soon after, alcohol during matches. Fast forward to today, under Professional Darts Corporation PDC rules, you're only allowed water on stage. No sneaky sips of beer, no stress relief smokes. So while old school fans might miss the smoky boozy vibe, modern darts has transformed into a sharp, professional sport focused on skill, not pints. And honestly, the game's never been bigger. And that's the Game Shot. Which of these darts rules totally caught you off guard? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, hit subscribe, and stick around.